Alrighty, g'day guys, welcome to the patch notes for Legion TD. So we got 3.46i, and I think I might have skipped one of the last ones as well. It's been busy, but yeah, let's get into these. At some point you'll probably hear a Discord ping, that's me. The game I'm watching Boop stream of is ending in a minute, and I'm gonna play the next lobby. So I'll have to do my best Eminem impression. Alright, bug fix, no one cares. Actually, it's really good, but practically it just makes less crashes. Right, Maiden, less damage, less invul duration. Good, Maiden was really strong. Maiden is still really strong, it's just slightly less strong. Mogul move speed increase. This is it's nice. I don't think it's too meaningful. Mogul is still going to be good when it's good and bad when it's bad. I think it's almost meaningless. Frostwolf, HP decent decrease, which is good. Wolf is hard to hold, so I think this is a good sort of nerf. It's still going to be sent when it's sent. I don't think this will kick it out of the meta on 7. You might just be slightly less inclined to send it as a blanket. We always send Frostwolf, even if you don't expect them to actually have overbuild. Then you can't send them quite as often, which is whatever. Right, units, this one's a big one. Disciple. So the damage just was decreased. Yep, that'd be a lobby. The damage of the missile got decreased by a little bit. Not a huge amount, but definitely an amount. So I don't really know how much this affects Disciple at the moment. We'll certainly make it weaker, which is good. It needed to be a little bit weaker because it was a little bit too strong. Hopefully this doesn't hurt its mid-game use too much, because that was one thing that was kind of cool about Disciple, is how you could build a bunch of Disciples and still be able to clear some of the mid-game levels. And that felt fair, right? I think the problem was it was just too easy to push with it early, and it was too strong on 5. So hopefully this just brings it back in line with some of the other YOLOs. It's still going to be good though. I think there's no way this makes it bad. But it just might cost you a Wisp on 5, so you're 6-2 instead of 7-2, and it's still good. Right, Monk, small HP increase. I mean, it's pretty minor, but it's nice for Monk. Privateer, ranged attack time decrease, so it attacks a little bit faster with its range weapon. Tiny bit slow with its melee weapon, actually, so I guess over a longer fight, that's probably the same thing, but that should overall be a small buff. And then melee attacks, no longer weak against the Panda on 10. Fair enough. I'd say that's probably a minor privateer buff, I would say, but it's really, really small. Alright, Wolverine. So I think it builds up its chance to crit now. We'll see that on the lower one, so we'll come back to that one. Butcher, a little more lifesteal. Butcher was really good. It's still really good. It's now slightly more good. I don't think it needed a buff, but it got a buff, so cool. Rifleman, attack time decreased by a little bit. That's the 115 gold sniper rather than the infantry. So it attacks a little bit faster and then gets properly affected by Parasite, which is good. I think it was pretty bad as a YOLO option. You could overbuild with it. This is hopefully just a small enough change to the point where it'll feel a little better to play. Outcast, that's actually a big HP increase. That is 80 HP. And then Forsaken one gets a small HP increase. Huh, 80 HP. Now I kind of want to try Outcast. That's not a small buff. Alright, and then Militia works properly against Panda. So yeah, let's check these ones here. And this is the last version as well. So Dwarf King, lightning targets random unit. This just basically makes it way easier. I think we actually... Did I talk about this one? I don't remember if I did this one or not. Anyway, Bronzebeard has a bit longer cooldown. But generally what we're seeing now is that just building the unup Dwarf Kings tends to perform a little bit better than upgrading them. So I wouldn't be surprised if in some update at some point the power is shifted a little bit away from the Dwarf King and a little bit back into the Bronzebeard. Because I think it's a little bit sad when building lots of the unupgraded unit seems to just always be better than upgrading it. But of course there's, cases for both. Alright, Trident. Max damage on the wave. This is nice, it just means it doesn't hit its damage cap as early, because the wave has a damage cap. It's part of the Warcraft 3 melee It's just how it is. And then small cooldown reduction, so Trident's a little bit better. Alright, Wolverine. Finishing blow starts at 1% chance to get the crit, and on each attack it gets 0.6, and then after you crit, resets. And here, instead of getting 0.6% per attack, he gets 1% per attack. Cool, so Wolverine, it's just a way to normalize the RNG of Wolverine a bit, which is cool. Leviathan, which is the upgraded Tempest. HP buff. I mean, it's an expensive unit, but again, 160 HP. It's kind of a bit. Then just some like parasites, tooltips, and simple stuff like that. And then that one was ages ago, so we've seen that. But yeah, that'll be the patch review. I better go join that game because I'm going to start getting pinged real soon. So yeah, cheers very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all of that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.